The atrocious massacre of over 300 people in a small coral town located in the north side of Mexico talks about the power that criminal cartel Los Zetas had a decade ago, controlling all levels of power in the north side of Mexico. No authority was even trying to stop them. One of the most infamous episodes in contemporary Mexican history happened just 10 years ago in a small town called Allende, located in the north side of Mexico, 40 minutes driving to San Antonio, Texas. On March 18, 2011, around 50 trucks with 200 Los Zetas gunmen broke into the small town of over 20,000 inhabitants, looking for revenge, after finding out that some of their members were collaborating with the DEA department in the United States, so they were originally searching for the family of those informers. Just a couple of days after, the place looked like a war zone. They used grenades and construction machinery to destroy entire blocks of houses. Some of them were even burned out. That evening, the inhabitants of the picturesque village watched in amazement the convoy of trucks with dozens of heavily armed men. Without prior notice, the cartel members began to break into the houses they thought were from the relatives of those who betrayed their bosses. Men, women, children, elderly people, everyone who had even the smallest relation with the former gang members and DEA collaborators were abducted. Even dozens of people that had no relation at all. Their mistake was just being in the wrong place at the wrong moment. They were taken to a ranch in the limits of the municipality, where one by one were murdered. And then they were piled up in a warehouse and eventually burned out using diesel. The flames were kept alive for hours. Nobody stops them. No authority interrupts them or even asks what they were doing, despite seeing how they were transporting their prisoners or demolishing the big mansions. The official number of losses is not yet clear, but most of the sources talk about over 300 dead people or at least 80 families disappeared. After that atrocity, nobody talked. Such was the fear that nobody was able to denounce the events to any federal authority or news broadcast, so it was like nothing happened. No newspaper, television channel or radio station reported the tragedy. About 5 years passed until local news started openly talking about Los Zetas and their relation with the government and all levels of authorities. The masterminds behind these and numerous murderings, the brothers Miguel and Omar Treviño Morales, were later arrested and convicted in July 2013 and March 2015. However, authorities are still investigating the case. So far, there are 14 detainees under investigation and 17 completed arrest warrants. The case's folder is still open. Meanwhile, people in Allende try just to keep going, trying to trust the authorities again, sorting out the hardships that living in a poor village represents, but also dealing with a terrifying yesterday, the nightmare that will stay with them forever as a dark memory in the Mexico's history.